The era of the Rectitude Erudite. In a faraway continent sat my utopia Olympus, where the trees and the birds dance and wiggle together, where the waters acclimatized with the sky, where the drums and bells tell stories. That my Olympus, I am weeping writing this exemplum. My Olympus has fallen, the walls can no longer stand. My Olympus has been engulfed with ragamuffins, touts and tugs. These unscrupulous parasites, opportunists, have used the very diversity in our society to steal, kill and destroy rather than to build. They masked their evil within the same diversity that should have enriched us as a nation. It is a shame that the people of Olympus no longer know right from wrong, truth from deception, and good from the bad. As I continued to ponder, then I saw myself in another dimension where three wise men with long hair and beard, white as wool, trying to solve the major problem of my Olympus. I became frustrated as they were going back and forth, and I shouted at them, saying, "Think something new." And they paused and turned to me laughing. All spoke at once, voice like the waters echoing through an unending department. This is why you people have stood on this same issue for years and yet no solution. They said, "You now know there is no solution within Olympus's old ways of doing things. You must think outside the box." The oldest said to me, "Don't be marveled at this. We all have been programmed not to think something different than what is preached by our invaders, although we are wise but also in mental chains." The wise man continued as if I'm not there or watching. They said, "It has been very long since this land has been divided by the wicked, and the good men have shied away because of the illusion that dirty minds command the day." They ask, what our new path to glorification, resurrection, when Olympus is full of many distinctions that the wicked can use to hide their evil? The second oldest said, "A land dividend by tribalism, regionalism, etc. could never be free when the unscrupulous have access. They will use such an arena to bloat their egos and selfishness." The youngest said, "Only the rectitude will bring salvation to this beloved land. We must act fast to save our nation from suffering and death, just like the Middle Kingdom saved their land since its restructuring. The dissimilarity are too many that we can't adopt the system of the West. They have fewer variables, mostly one tribe, one language, compared to us. So now the question is how to get the Rectitude Erudite to power." A wise woman answered, who was not among the three but just from the market, saying, "I suggest we elect the Rectitude Erudite from every tribe or region to be at the presidency, and they will govern equally. Every decision, bill or policy must be consented by the majority before implementation/execution." The woman continued that this will at least eliminate the immediate pandemic of tribal and regional manipulation, thence the preservation of peace and unity. She said the Rectitude will serve for 15 years before another election. They will work with an approved strategic path that will not be altered by any man. Such a plan will include, for example, food, light and shelter, and so on. To my dismay, they turn to me and laugh again, saying this idea is not alien. Even the small great might colonizer, your colonizer, uses a strategy that minimizes the risk of their known variables. They have a monarchical system, and the ascension to the prime ministership is different to most nations. They turned again and keep chatting. I was left with many unanswered thoughts, and the woman called me by my house name as if she is family. She called Jerry. My hair rose and fear engulfed me and was speechless. In her thundering voice she spoke, "In everything get wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. You and your people have been living inside a box. Get out, illuminate your minds." Then I felt a shackle of chains leave my brain. She continued, "I know you have many questions, but come again. We will teach you the ways of getting rectitude as kings. Olympus have been chosen for this, as nothing is impossible if we put our minds to it. This can work," she says.